Hey guys, welcome back to Don't Catch Your Name. It's me, Ella. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd. Disclaimer, my heat is on because it's chillier today than it has been. So if you hear that noise in the background, that's what it is. Anyways, I got some finished objects to share with you guys, and I wanted to update you on my Carnival of Flowers Afghan. And then I'm also going to show you some amigurumis I made previously that I've put eyes on, so I wanted to show you their eyes. But anyways, in no particular order. Except they're, it might take me a minute to find some of them because I got two different containers here. I guess I could have spread them out a little bit before I started recording. Let's get into it. So this is a free pattern I got off Instagram, and it is called Turtle. I don't know if it's called Turtle, but that's all I wrote down. And it is by Limlin on Instagram. All these will be linked below. So I did show this in another video last week. Whip Wednesday maybe? I can't remember. But here he is. I did stitch his little eyes on there. Every time I stitch his eyes on turtles, I feel like they look grumpy. And I put a little smile on him and he looked weird. So I took it off, but I think I'll try again with thinner yarn. I used the chenille yarn and it just looked, it was too big, you know. But this is made with Parfait Chunky. And this is the Parfait Bloom Chunky. And he's just a cute little turtle. This is just a pattern I was trying out, but it's not the pattern for me. It's not the one I want to make over and over again. I don't really like these, the feet flippers. So, it's cute, and I'm still going to take it to my markets. But, it's just not the one that I want to make over and over and over and over again. But he's so cute. I do love him. Okay, next, I made a whole bunch of stingrays. And I know I had previously made, 3. I made a purple one that Jessie has. I made a yellow one and a gray one. I forgot that I already made a yellow one, so I didn't make another yellow one. I think this is all of them. How many are there supposed to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, because I made 7 and I already had 3 made. So the 3 that I already had made was the purple one Jessie has, which I showed you guys last week. And then I made this gray one, which I think I also showed you last week. And I made a yellow one. I do got stitch eyes and a mouth on these too. Okay, sorry about that. my eyes are a little teary. I just had like a random cough fit. I have like a tickle right here and I can't, it like water won't reach it. Anyways, those are the ones I made last week. And this week I made some more. I just was grabbing, my friend Phil sent me a bunch of, what's it called? Premier Just Chanel from the Dollar Tree. Her Dollar Tree has more yarn options than mine does. Mine had yarn for a while and now they just rarely get it. So she sent me a bag of a whole bunch of them, and so I was just pulling out of that bag that day, and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, these 7. So I made a black one, which as soon as I made it, I was like, okay, now I need to make an orca, because that looks like an orca, the colors, you know. So now I'm gonna have to find a little orca. The problem with him is I didn't pre-think about his eyes, so I think I'm gonna make his eyes the gray color, like what would have been the black of the eye. I'm gonna make it gray and with the little white in it and see how that looks. So I made him. This is the other yellow one that I made because I forgot that I already made a yellow one, and he does have his little eyes and mouth on him. I think he's so cute. So I got that little yellow one. I made another purple one to replace the one that Jessie commandeered. His little eyes and smile. I made a brown one. Oh, his eyes are crooked. Oh my god. Okay, let's put him in this pile. Redo his eyes. I made a blue one. I can't believe how off-center his eyes are. I made this, it's like an orangey coral color. And then a pink one. So these are all the stingrays I'm going to make. I'm done making stingrays for now. Unless they do good at my next market. And then I'll make more for the one after that. And I got to fix this poor little guy's eyes. But that's okay. I'll put him in the neat eyes pile. Okay, and then I made 2 solar eclipse amigurumis. One I don't have anymore. It was made in worsted weight. I made it, my sister asked me to make it for her son, my nephew, just as a memento of getting to watch solar eclipse. They didn't watch the last one in 2017. That's when we were in complete totality. That was so cool. 2017, it was April 2017, April 21st, 2017. Jessie wasn't even a year old yet, so Ben would have been 11, 12, 13, 14, He would have been about 5 in a few months, 5.5-ish. And they didn't watch it that day. I guess, you know, he was too little and didn't care. But anyways, back then I made me one that we use as a Christmas ornament now, which I want to get out this year. When I get out this year, I want to puffy paint on the back of it that it was for 2017. And then I made this one for us this year out of chenille yarn. And I want to puffy paint on it 2024 so that we know, because the next one in our area won't be until 2044. Yeah. So it's gonna be a big gap. I'm gonna be 54 that year. It's in August, I believe. So this is our souvenir of it, but I made the same one for my nephew, but in worsted weight, so it's much smaller. And I did the faces on it because she wanted the faces. I should have took a picture of that. Maybe if I can get her to send me a picture of it, I will pop it in here. But this is a free pattern on a blog. It used to be called Once Upon a Yarn, but now it's like rebranded and it's Claire Olive Golden, I think. She's just rebranded her look, I guess. But anyways, it's cute. I made it back in 2017. I made it twice this year, and I like having, our Christmas tree is full of ornaments. Every year we pick out ornaments that usually has something to do with the year past, you know. So we have all kinds of like what am I trying to say, like memento, like memory ornaments. And I like to crochet them too. I crocheted that solar eclipse. I have a sock on there that says okay, I can't remember if it's 26 or 23. It's on Monsters Inc., but it's 23. I think it's 23/19, and on February 3rd, 2019, I made that because I'm a Disney person, so it was marking the day of the year, but also that joke from the movie. It's when that monster has a sock on his back and he's, you know, been exposed to humans. So I think it's 23/19, but you know, I just like to make things like that so that we can remember things as years pass. And we pick out one for the kids each year that has something to do with something that they, you know, did that year. But anyways, all that to say, that's what I made. That darn chenille yarn gets everywhere. I know on my market day I'm going to be picking off everything. So next I made some no-sew geckos. I have it written down as 2, but yesterday I made 2 more. So I actually have 4. It's a free Instagram pattern by Crochet Collectibles. They'll all be linked below. Okay, so first I made the green one. I can't remember if I had this last week. I don't think so. And I did stitch his eyes on it. I just put black eyes on there. Do you think it looks okay with just black? Or does it need some white? But anyways, I got a green gecko. And then I made a blue one. These are all parfait, chunky. A blue one. He looks smaller than this one. Well, I guess it's just me. But I made a blue one who needs eyes. I made an orange one who needs eyes and his tail woven in. And then I made a pink one who also needs his tail woven and eyes. So I may make 1 or 2 more of these, but I'm getting close. I have a list on my phone of things I want to make for my upcoming markets. Stingrays was one of them. Lizards is one of them. I have like 8 or 9 more things on there. So I'm just going to kind of batch make them. Like I made a bunch of stingrays. Now I'm going to make a bunch of lizards. And then I'm going to move on to whatever's next on my list. So those are my lizards. And then next, this has got that part there. Chanel stuff all over it. Next I made my April square for the Repeat Crafter Me Under the Sea blanket. This one turned out a good size too. One of mine turned out small. Which one was it? Oh, it was the jellyfish. So January was the starfish. And I'm using kind of different blues. I'm just grabbing whichever blues I happen to grab. Because I have a lot of like half-used skeins. I'm just trying to use them up. February's was the seahorse. March has thread all over it. Let me pick all these threads off. This is the one that came out smaller, but it's my jellyfish. I think well, after looking back at it, I think I used the wrong hook when I made it. But that's fine. I'm still gonna make it work. I might go back and add a row. Someone mentioned that, and I think that's what I'll do just to make it more of the size. I just haven't done that yet. And then April was the crab. Okay, when I first saw this crab, I was like, that looks pretty tedious. I don't know if I want to make all these parts. Luckily, the body, the legs, the little arms, and eyeball sticks are on one piece. And then you make the 2 claws and the 2 eyeballs. So it wasn't that bad. The bad part was sewing it down. As you can see, guys, there's a lot. having to go up and down, up and down, up and down these parts and around, and then up and down, and then up and down. It was kind of annoying. And then I sewed these on, and after I put the crab on there, I realized, I was like, my claws may not fit, and this one is getting really close to the edge. But I got him on there, and he's cute. So next is May, and it looks like it's going to be an octopus. So that's going to be another one with a lot of sewing, but that's okay. The octopus, the jellyfish will be out of the way. The starfish, so maybe the rest of them will be easier to sew down. But it's coming along. I like the way it's coming along. Let's see how this one compares. No, this one's about the same size as my original too. So it's just that jellyfish one so far that's smaller than the rest of them. And what I think I will do, it looks like it just needs one more row to be the same size as the rest of them. So I do have some more of that ball. I think I'll put it in my scrap bucket up there. I will get that out and just reattach that yarn and add another row to it just to make it the same size as the rest of them. But that is those. Okay. What's next? Okay, the last finished object that's a new one that I have is a little baby Yoda. It is called Yoda Bomb. It's a free Instagram pattern by, I think it's Kaya's Creations, but it's Yoda. It's got a hair on it. But yeah, there he is. He's got eyes on him. This one looks a little weird, but it's okay. This is made with Bernat blanket yarn. The body, this color and that color. The eyes is made with, the black is Bernat blanket and the white is that, what's it called? It's the hum chenille. I do not like the yarn at all. It falls apart. You cut it and it just falls apart. But there's my Yoda. He's not the greatest. I don't like the way his head is shaped. I wish it was more round. But he's still cute, and I'm sure someone will want him. So yeah, there's Yoda. It was pretty easy. You're supposed to sew on the arms, but I made them before I'd started the body, and I crocheted them in. And then you do gotta sew on this piece, and you gotta sew on the ears. But it's not terrible. It was pretty fun to make. I made it in one sitting, so that's my Yoda. Alright, he goes in the completely finished pile. I think that's everything. Other than I did want to show you the snake that I made last week. I put eyes on him. But there's his eyes. He's a snake. This is the one that June stuck in her mouth. So this is the one that'll probably stay here. And I do plan on making more. I do have a lot more of these yarns. Probably enough to make one or two more of this same exact snake. I thought I would make another one just like this one, and then one that was opposite. That was the brown color and with the green stripes, just to use up some of this yarn. And then I want to make some different color snakes. I would like to make like 6 or 7 snakes, somewhere around there, to take to craft markets, and it's on my list. So it'll be getting made eventually. But he goes in the completely done. Actually, now the kids can have him. And June wanted him yesterday, but I wanted to show you his eyes. I think his eyes turned out really good. But yeah, so now the last thing I wanted to share with you is the update on my Carnival of Flowers Afghan, which I'm making for my county fair, which is at the very end. It usually starts at the very end of August into the first week of September. This is going to be for the baby blanket category, and I'm hoping that it wins a purple ribbon, which is a best of show. From my past experience, the 2 best of shows that I've won were blankets like this that had a lot of different stitches and a lot of different colors in it. So I've learned, you know, that's if I want a best of show ribbon, which who doesn't, to make stuff like that. I didn't get to enter the fair last year just because life was so busy, and so I'm hoping that I'll get to do it this year. I already have a few projects set aside for the fair, and I have a whole list of things that I want to make. It's just if I have the time to make them. I'm not going to go out of my way to make them. I'm just going to make them as I can. But anyways, this is a paid for pattern now. It was free when I got it. When it first came out, it was a crochet along. It was put out weekly, and you could get it downloaded on Ravelry weekly. And then it's for sale. I can't remember how much it is, but I also don't remember who it's by. I think it's called Button Nose Crochet. But here it is. I've finished the first 3 parts now. I should have put a stitch marker where I think the last time y'all seen it, it was right here. So I've added this purple flower row and then a whole bunch of cream. But it's looking pretty. It's so pretty, I think. I love it. I can't wait to get it done. It's getting to the point now where it's going to start getting square. It's round for a while, and now we're starting to, the last few rows, we're starting the squaring off process. So it's going to start looking square. Eventually. It's going to be so pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with it after I'm done using it at the fair, because it's going to be too pretty to use. I did not weave in my last ends. I always try to weave them in after I finish the section, and I forgot. So I'm going to do that first before I start section 4. Because I don't want to get behind. So these are just yarns I'm using from my stash. I know that this is a Red Heart cornmeal, which I'm almost out of. So I did pick up some Bernat right here when I was at Joann's the other day. It's similar. It's not the same, but it's similar enough that I don't think it'll be too noticeable. But it was on sale. It's not Bernat. It's Big Twist. I always get those two mixed up. It was on sale for $2.99, and I got it. I think it's called Pale Yellow. So I grabbed a ball of that just to finish this blanket up with. And then other than that, I'm using, I know it's Red Heart Spring Green. This is a Big Twist. I can't remember what it's called. Watermelon maybe, or something like that. This cream color is just Off-White by Red Heart. The purple is another Big Twist, but I can't remember what it's called. Is that all? Oh, the blue is Red Heart Light Blue, I think. And that's all the colors. I've used all the colors now, so now I just gotta do all the rows. But it's coming along. I think it's so pretty. It's gonna look so pretty, like draped over a chair in like a little nook where I could sit and crochet. It'd be so pretty. It'd be pretty for pictures. I will probably take it out and take pictures of it like I did with my Mandala Madness. If I can find pictures of that, I will post it in here. Somebody the other day was asking about that. I can't remember who it was, but I'll post them up here. And I'm so proud of that blanket. That's still one of my biggest accomplishments. I will always remember making that. I made that in 2018, and it was 17.5 skeins of yarn in that blanket. It's huge. It's heavy. I still have it. It's in my closet. It's packed away because I don't want the kids to tear it up. I won Best of Show that year. That was my first Best of Show ribbon. And it was just a huge finished object for me. I was so proud of it. It took me 2 months exactly to the day. I finished it like a couple days before I had to enter it in the fair. So I was hustling on that blanket, but I got it done. And I won my Best Show. The second Best of Show I won was the year after that, I believe, 2019. And it was a baby blanket by BB Blanket. And it was called the High Tide Waves blanket, something like that. I sold that actually after the fair, so that's cool. But anyways, working along on that. Last time I worked on that was that day that we went to the park. I took video clips of it on my other channel. I worked on it at the park, and then I finished that section when we got home that day. So I need to pick it back up and work on it some more. But yeah, so that is everything that I've been making. I feel like it's a lot, but also I feel like it's not enough. My next market is June the 8th. This is one we're already signed up for. There's one on May 18th that we're considering signing up for, me and my sister. I really don't know though. Because if I do the May 18th one, I'll have 3 weeks between it and the June 8th one to restock if a bunch of things sell. But, I don't know. We'll keep considering it, and we'll decide in the next week or so if we want to sign up for that one. But there's also another one that is the first week of May that I wanted to do, but it's the 3rd and the 4th. And the 4th is the day of Jesse's birthday party, so I can't do it. But it was only $40 for 2 days, so that would have been good, but oh well. Anyways, that's everything. So now I got to put all these finished ones up, get all these little ones that need eyeballs back in my eyeball container, which is just a little basket that I keep all these. I'm having trouble with these little ones, putting eyes on them. Every time I stitch eyes on them, they look goofy. And I was really wanting to get away from using safety eyes altogether, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to 100% get away from it. I'm going to try to put those little like anime eyes on these to see how that looks. The ones that just look like little triangles. Because every time I stitch eyes, I've stitched eyes on this little guy like 5 times, and they just look stupid every time. I don't know. So I need to use some really small yarn or some embroidery floss or something and try again, because I like these little patterns, but so far this one looks better with safety eyes. And the turtles will look good with the little V-shaped eyes. And then I got this alligator from last week. He's just going to go with the lizards on the table. I gotta put eyes on him. And then the stingrays that need eyes are 3, and then I gotta refix this guy's because his is crooked. I just gotta take this one out and move it over a little. But I'll do all that later. That's just my little, this is my little whip basket I keep beside my chair in the living room so I could carry, come in here and get yarn and carry it in there. And then I got all these other things I got to, that are done, ends woven in, eyes stitched on. I got to take pictures of them, put them in my square, and then they could go in my big bags in the closet of inventory with the rest of the stuff. That way they stay clean and I know what I already have because it's in my inventory. And also keep an inventory on my phone so I don't always have to load up square because sometimes it takes a while to load up. But anyways, that's everything we're working on. All the patterns will be linked below. I'm doing an Etsy shop update tomorrow. A bunch of bags. I put out a video earlier today about that. Tomorrow at 12 Central Standard Time. And yeah, I will try to do a Whip Wednesday video tomorrow. But like I said in my other video, if you watched it, we're going to be very busy in May. So videos will be coming out when they can come out. When I get a chance, it's just going to be busy. I know it's because the school year is going down to a close. So, you know, everything's trying to get done. We took pictures the other day for school. I gotta order the yearbook. I forgot to do that. It's in pre-order right now. The homeschool co-op's yearbook. And yeah, I can't think of anything else, but I'm just excited for summer break. It's good for Jesse and it's also good for Mama. I'm ready for it to be here. We're trying to stick to a public school schedule because a lot of his friends are public school, so we're trying to keep, you know, vacation days all the same. But anyways, I'm gonna go edit these videos and chill for a little while before the kids wake up. It's pretty early, and I'm just gonna go snuggle in and cozy up because I like these cold mornings sometimes because it's nice to stay cozy, you know. But I'm gonna go do all that and crochet and just get this day going. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys.